NVIDIA was collapsing. 30 days left, maybe less. Money was gone, investors were leaving, and Jensen Huang was about to lose everything he had built. To understand how it reached this moment, we need to go back. Jensen Huang was born in Taiwan, far from the world that would one day know his name. As a child, nothing about his life suggested greatness, only uncertainty and change. At just 9 years old, everything changed forever. When his life changed forever, his family made a difficult decision. He would leave Taiwan and move to the United States. For a child, it felt overwhelming. Everything was unfamiliar. The language sounded strange. The culture felt different. Even simple conversations became daily challenges. There were moments of confusion. There were moments of fear. But hidden inside every challenge was an opportunity. Without realizing it, Jensen Huang was developing the resilience that would later define his life. The early years in America were not easy. Jensen often felt alone. Many children would have focused on what they lacked. Jensen focused on what he could learn. Every book became an opportunity. Every lesson became a step forward. Day after day, he worked to improve himself. Slowly, confidence replaced uncertainty. The frightened young immigrant began to grow stronger. What made Jensen Huang special was not genius, it was persistence, the ability to keep moving forward when progress seemed invisible. And that ability would soon change everything. As Jensen Huang entered his teenage years, life remained challenging. Nothing was handed to him. There were no shortcuts. There were no guarantees. If he wanted a better future, he would have to earn it. While many teenagers spent their free time relaxing, Jensen spent his time working and learning. He understood something that many people discover too late. Discipline creates opportunities. Small efforts, repeated every day, eventually become extraordinary results. The young immigrant who once struggled to fit in was now building the habits that would shape his future, and those habits were preparing him for something much bigger. As the years passed, Jensen Huang became fascinated by engineering. Technology was not just machines and circuits, it was possibility. It was the power to solve problems and improve lives. At university, his curiosity continued to grow. He spent countless hours studying, experimenting, and learning. The deeper he explored engineering, the clearer his future became. Jensen was no longer thinking about finding a comfortable job. He was thinking about creating something meaningful, something that could change the world. And somewhere along that journey, a vision began to take shape. In the early 1990s, the technology industry was evolving rapidly. Most people saw uncertainty. Jensen Huang saw opportunity. Together with two partners, he started discussing bold ideas about the future of computing. The conversations were exciting. The possibilities seemed endless. But turning an idea into reality is never easy. In 1993, they made a decision that would change their lives forever. They founded NVIDIA. At the time, nobody knew what the company would become. There were no guarantees of success, only belief, only determination, and a dream that seemed far larger than the resources they possessed. The journey had officially begun. The early years of NVIDIA were far from successful. Products failed, deadlines were missed, and pressure began to build from every direction. Inside the company, tension grew stronger each day. Every meeting felt heavier than the last. Jensen Huang and his team were fighting to keep the dream alive, but the reality was becoming harder to ignore. The company was burning through resources faster than expected, and time was running out. Yet even in this difficult moment, Jensen refused to step back. He believed the vision was still possible, even when everything looked uncertain. At one point, NVIDIA reached its most dangerous stage. The company was close to collapse. Investors were losing confidence. Internal pressure was at its peak. And Jensen Huang received a warning that changed everything. There were only weeks left, maybe 30 days, maybe less. Most people would have stopped. Most people would have walked away. But Jensen did something different. He made a decision that required total focus, one direction, one strategy, one final attempt to survive. The future of NVIDIA now depended on that choice. Everything changed after that decision. The team focused all their energy on one direction: graphics processing technology. The work became intense again. Long nights returned, but this time there was a small difference: hope. Slowly, signs of progress began to appear. Early results showed potential. The team started to believe again, and for the first time in a long time, NVIDIA felt like it might survive. Jensen Huang had not solved every problem yet, but he had found a path forward, and that path would lead to something far greater than anyone expected. The decision had changed everything. NVIDIA was no longer just surviving, it was beginning to grow. The team worked with renewed energy. Late nights turned into breakthroughs. Slowly, the technology started to improve. Then came the moment that would define everything. A new generation of graphics processing was born: GeForce. It was not just a product, it was a turning point. Jensen Huang stood at the center of it all, watching his vision become reality. And for the first time, the world began to notice NVIDIA. After GeForce, everything accelerated. NVIDIA grew rapidly, but Jensen Huang was already thinking ahead. He saw something others could not see yet. A new revolution was coming: artificial intelligence. While most companies focused on gaming and graphics, Jensen focused on the future. He believed that GPS could power intelligent machines. Machines that could learn, machines that could think, machines that would reshape the world. And step by step, NVIDIA moved toward that vision. The future was no longer far away. It was already beginning. The boy who once left Taiwan with uncertainty had become one of the most influential leaders in technology. Jensen Huang's journey was not built on luck. It was built on persistence, failure, discipline, and vision. He did not avoid challenges. He grew through them, and every setback became a stepping stone toward success. Today, NVIDIA stands at the center of the AI revolution. But the real lesson is not about technology. It is about mindset. Because success is not about never falling. It is about rising every time you fall. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe to the channel with respect and support. It helps us create more powerful stories like this. See you in the next journey.